My husband got laid off from his job last week. He's the breadwinner for our family of 4. It really sucks, but I know we're gonna be okay, and today I'm going to share why. And if you ever end up in the situation where you have a job loss as well, here are some things that you can do in your finances to make sure that you're going to be okay too. If you're new here, hey, I'm Marissa, and I talk all about money, budgeting, and family finance here on my channel. I'm sharing our journey right now of going through job loss with my husband, who was the breadwinner for our family. Now, I do have some sort of income. I work here on YouTube, but I do so very much on the side, and I'm mostly a stay-at-home mom with our 2 young boys who are 2.5 and 4 months old. So this job loss has been very devastating for our family, for our household budget, but I also know that we're gonna be okay. When my husband and I got married over 7 years ago, we started working on our finances right away by paying off our student loan debt. And we've done a lot of things over the last 7 years to set ourselves up to be in the position that we are in now, to know that we'll be fine. And I feel like I've had to keep reiterating to everyone here that I'm going to be okay, because I've had so many of you share the sweetest comments and nicest things, people reaching out, wanting to help with certain things for us, and I keep saying, we're gonna be okay. I know we're gonna be okay, so I don't wanna worry people. And so I just wanna share the reasons of why I know that we're going to be okay, and here's some things that you can do too, so that if you're ever in this position, you'll be okay as well. The first thing is being debt-free. Like I said, my husband and I paid off all of our student loan debt at the beginning of our marriage. We spent 2.5 years paying off over $87,000 of debt. It was a lot of work, but so worth it. We don't have any other debt payments besides our mortgage, and that has really freed up a lot of room in our budget, that we don't have to worry about being in debt to other people. No car loans, no credit cards, no student loans, nothing anymore, just our mortgage. The next thing is that we have a budget, and I talk all about budgeting here on my channel, and this is why it is so important, because you need to know all the money that you have coming in and all of the money that's coming out, so that you can take a really great inventory of your financial life when something like this happens and you have to be, counting each penny a bit more. It's so important to have a budget and have a plan for your money. And we've been budgeting for the last 7 years, in times of having high income and in times of where we are now, where we are at a job loss. We've budgeted in all of the months in between. I actually have a budget template that you can check out if you want to get started with budgeting. I'll have a link to that down below in the description box. It's what we use every single month for our household budget. And if you're wanting to learn more about budgeting and how to create and optimize your budget to be able to fit your lifestyle and your financial goals, then I have a course all about that. I will leave a link to that in the description box down below as well. Now is the time to get started with budgeting. Whether you are now facing some sort of layoff, in my situation, get to budgeting now, understand your income, your expenses, have a plan for your money. And even if you're in a situation where that hasn't happened to you, still have a budget so that you can feel more prepared if that situation ever did happen. And also in relation to our budget, I know we're going to be okay because we made a lot of budget cuts. Because we have been budgeting, we know our needs from our wants, and we've been able to slash things out of our budget that we don't need. I recently did a video talking about all the things that we cut out of our budget, so I'll leave a link to that video up above. You can check it out, but basically we're going down to the bare bones right now, and this is hopefully for just a short season, and it's going to be okay. We're just working at covering things like our, housing, utilities, food. That's basically it. That's really all we need right now. And we're saying no to just about every other want and thing that we don't, absolutely need. I know this will get a little tricky as we're heading into the holiday season. I still want to maybe get a Christmas tree, do something for my family, as I have a 2.5-year-old who's going to now kind of have memories of this time, and it'd be fun. So I don't know, we'll see as we head into December, but for right now we just cut everything else out of the budget that we don't absolutely need. And that's how I also know we're going to be okay, because I know our needs from our wants. I know what our expenses are for the month now that we've had all of these budget cuts, so that we can be sure that we can cover those things. Another reason why we'll be okay is that we have additional income streams, and I'm really grateful for this right now. Like I said, my husband lost his job, he was the breadwinner, but I do make some money here on social media through YouTube and other social media platforms, and you know what? I make a decent amount of money from even my mid-sized small YouTube channel. And for that, I'm really, really grateful. So there's things that I can do to bring in some additional income for our household, like those budget templates that I was talking about on Etsy, and having ads running on my videos, affiliate links, like all of those things help bring in additional income for my business. And I know that that's all because of you guys. So thank you so much for your support here for my channel. And that has helped bring additional income in for our household. And so we weren't relying on just one income to cover everything for our family. Another reason why I keep reminding myself that we'll be okay is that my husband is going to be on unemployment. This is the first time that either of us have had to file for unemployment, but my husband did. There's a lot of hoops you got to jump through and things you have to do, but he has been approved for it. I'm not sure yet when we will get the first payment from that, or even how much it'll be at the moment, so that'll be all a surprise to us, but having some sort of extra income coming in during this time is very helpful. So we do expect unemployment to be coming in. I know that we'll have like a waiting period and then it'll start coming in after that, but we do have unemployment benefit, so that also is adding an additional income stream to our household, and so with that I know we'll be okay. And the final reason why I know we're going to be okay is because we have an emergency fund, and that right there also provides some extra security and safety to our budget. It's so important to have an emergency fund. A rule of thumb is around 3 to 6 months of expenses, depending on your lifestyle, your family makeup, and I guess the stability of your income. But we had about 4 months of necessary expenses saved, and I definitely want to increase that once this is all said and done, up to 6 months, to provide even more security and have more of a safety net there, because it's nice to have that and gives you a lot of peace of mind when shiz hits the fan like it has for us. Now, the reason why we've made so many cuts out of our budget is because we want our emergency fund to stretch as far as it can possibly go, and so we want to be able to pull from it like the least amount possible, but it is there and we do have access to it should we need it right now. So this is why we're going to be okay, you guys. I just want to thank you so much for, again, all of your sweet comments and the outpouring of love and generosity and kindness that you've shown me and my family in the last couple weeks with this news. And I know I keep saying that we're going to be okay, and it's because we've prepared ourselves to be okay if a situation like this were to occur. And so here we are, and I know we'll be okay. So if you're watching this video and your income is stable right now and you're in a good situation, I would really encourage you to do all of these things. Pay off your debt, build your emergency fund, start a budget so that you can feel prepared in a season if you were to go through a season like we are in right now. So thanks so much for hanging out, and again, grateful for all of your support. We're continuing to share our money journey here on the channel as we are going through this season of uncharted territory, and I hope that we'll be able to share good news eventually that my husband will get a new job. So we're continuing to pray for that. But thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Life is a winding road,